guys, welcome to my Flosstube. Welcome new and old. Old as in haven't been here before. We're not, any age is welcome. I'm not. Anyways, this is like the 10th time that I've tried this intro and it just doesn't get any better. So we're just gonna roll with this and hope that I get less nervous as we go through the video. Welcome. Thanks for coming back. I am going to give you guys an update on my stitching in the last month. Like, I'm probably gonna do, I know I had a video in like the middle of the month, but I actually haven't really got that much stitching done between the first video and this video, and then I know I did a second video in between. Okay, this is just confusing. Let me start again. I posted in the middle of the month and I did a whip parade. I'm not going to show you anything of those ones that I haven't stitched on at all. And I did show some things in my second video, which was kind of like a mishmash of all different projects that I have. If I haven't stitched on anything since the second video, I'm not going to show those either. That really was confusing. You know what? Let's just get started. Oh, right. Two things I wanted to mention about from my second video. In my second video, I showed my finish of His Name is Jesus, my framed finish. Thank you for all the compliments on that piece. It's one of my favorites, so I'm glad that some of you guys liked that too, and it was nice to hear that some of you were going to go get the pattern and stitch it up. It's a really, I'm sure it's a quick stitch for most people. I mean, it took me a while, but it's a really fun stitch, so hopefully some of you will go and get that free pattern. But anyways, I totally forgot to give credit to my husband for like framing it. He went to Michael's, and the frame was like 25% off. No, actually, I think maybe it was 50% off. I think it was 50. So he went and got a frame from Michael's, 50% off. He bought a mat, cut the mat, and then he did it all himself. And I don't even know what he did, to tell you the truth. He did something and he put it up on the wall, and it looks great. I mean, he didn't do any of that. I mean, I've seen some of you guys with that fancy lacing stuff. I don't know. He didn't do anything like that. They probably could look more professional, I guess, but I love it. And for like $35, I think is what it costs to frame it, rather than the $500 that they were trying to say that it was going to cost, I think. I'm pretty happy with my $35 framing. So anyways, that's all I was going to say about that. Give credit where credit is due. What else was I going to say? Oh, I don't know if I said that, if I've said this already. Like I said, I've tried this like 10 times. The lighting, it is not great here today. It's gloomy, and we officially hit fall, which doesn't last long in Canada. We usually get a really short fall, and then we just hit straight into the white stuff. So, but it's a fallish day here. And so the lighting, it's overcast, so I'm hoping that this is going to work and that you can kind of see what I've been up to. But yeah, I can't do anything about the lighting. I'm sorry. I don't even have any extra lights. This is just the natural light that I have. So that. Yeah. What else can I say? Oh, so another thing, in my very first video, I said that I would never do a mirabilia. Now, two things about that. One, it doesn't mean that I don't like watching people do mirabilias or that I don't like them. I think that they're beautiful. I'm intimidated by them. But I like watching people, their progression on them. But, the funny thing is, not long after I watched that video, I was watching a Flosstuber Molly West, the Sensible Stitcher, and she was doing a whip parade, and she has tons of Mirabilias. And within 5 minutes of me watching her whip parade, I was on 123 Stitch and had put the one that she was working on, Sleeping Princess, I think it was. Anyways, I had put that on my wish list along with like 4 more. So I'm not saying that I'm going to stitch those anytime soon. I mean, they're just on my wish list. But they've officially come off the I'm never stitching these, you know. They're a possibility. So, never say never is the moral of this story. Okay. What else? Oh. Okay. So, this might not be a help to anybody, but I learned something new, and like I've been stitching for quite a long time, and I've actually seen people do this before, but I'm kind of stubborn and I refused to change my way of stitching. But I finally changed my hoop so that your work sorry guys, so that you're working in with the hoop this way, because I don't know if you guys are like me. If you stitch in a hoop and if you end your threads in the back, and yeah, I'll show you the back because I like I said, I really don't care. But I always hit this, like when you have this the other way, this lip in the hoop, I always hit it when I'm trying to end my threads, and it's just annoying. And like I said, I'm stubborn, so I'm not gonna take the hoop off and then, you know, I don't got time for that. But anyways, now that the hoop is this way, it's flat. You can just run your needle right underneath and you don't have to worry about hitting the sides. So anyways, that's been great. It's saved some time for me. Like I said, I'm stubborn, so I wasn't, you know. Anyways, maybe that'll be helpful for somebody. I don't know. Maybe somebody else is stubborn like me and has seen it but never done it. There you go. There's my tip for the day. That's probably my only tip that I have. Okay. And one more thing from my last video. Wow, we're 7 minutes in. Okay, sorry. One more thing. I showed the way that I organize my floss in my second video, which is like not organized at all. But I kind of forgot one really important piece of that, and that is that I use the Thread Stash app. So all my projects are on the Thread Stash app, all the floss that I need, my shopping list. So whenever that's how I stay the most organized, is whenever I use, like, I'm getting low when I'm restocking from the bag or whatever, I put it on my Thread Stash. So yeah, when I go to a store, all I have to do is bring up that shopping list and it tells me exactly how many I need for each project or in total. And that's a very important part of my organization. All right. And one more thing, pretty important thing, because it's how a lot of you guys found out about me, I'm sure, because my subscription count has gone up a lot since these two ladies shouted me out. So, Suki and Alira, thank you for your guys' nice shout outs. Like I said, my subscriptions have gone like up a lot since you guys did that. I don't really feel like I need to tell you guys who these are because, like I said, you guys are probably all here from their channels. But if you do not know Suki, the brown-eyed stitcher, I mean, she's got lots of great projects and she's got lots of funny stories too. But her piece that she's probably the most famous for, yes, Suki, you are famous, is her bookshelf, her Amy Stewart treasure hunt supersized max color bookshelf. It's beautiful. She has lots of other great projects too, but I'm sure you guys all know about her. But I will link her to below in case you have not heard of her. And Alera also has wonderful projects, has great stories, is a very kind person, and you guys should go check her out as well. Also, the two of them, and I believe there is somebody else as well, they are doing a Facebook group for people who, well, some of them are using it for like a weight loss challenge where it's you reward yourself with stitching stuff as you complete your goals. It's not all weight loss. I think some of it is like just healthy living in general or whatever goal you want to set for yourself. I think the Facebook group is called One Skein at a Time. Don't quote me on that. I will try and link that below if I know how. But if you go to Alera or Suki's channels, they talk about it. Anyways, I just thought it was a cool idea. Some of you might be interested in that. I know Alera is saving for Chatelaine, I believe. So, anyways, go check that out. I am losing light fast. So, that's all my hopefully rambly stuff. You can't see my hands down here, but I'm a very I talk with my hands all the time, but you can't see them. So anyways, okay. Maybe I should do these more often so that I don't sound like I'm doing this for the first time, but I'll get into it. Let's get to the stitching. Now, like I said, there's not a lot of it, but there's some. I do have a finish, which we will get to. But I'm just going to start in the book. And something else that I realized with my whip parade is I didn't tell you guys when I started these. I've been watching lots of whip parades lately, and everybody's always like, yeah, I started this in this year. And it's like, oh yeah, that's important information that people probably want to know in a whip parade. So if I remember it, I'll show it to you. All right. I think I am done. I'm literally crossing off things on my list so that I can stay a little bit organized. Okay. Let's get started. I'm really gonna try and do this in one take because I don't want to edit, guys. I just don't. And I don't know about you guys, but I was thinking about this the other day. I have no problem when people edit their stuff, and it's like you can tell that they've edited it because it's like it's not choppy, but like you can tell that somebody's edited the video, which I have no problem with. My problem is I'm always wondering, what did they say that they thought that they had to edit out? Like, I bet it was really funny or it really showed their personality. And just the curious part of me is always like, what did they edit? Now, if you tell me like I had to sneeze and that's why I edited, I'm not that curious. Although, some people do have some interesting sneezes. So I don't know, maybe it would be entertaining. I don't know. Okay. My first one that I'm going to talk about is The Nativity by Donna Gelsinger. Right, I'm going to add pictures because I figured out how to do that. So I will show you where I was the last time and what it's supposed to look like. So I'm going to give monthly totals, not from when you necessarily saw these last, because that was too confusing to me. I was confusing myself. So monthly total for the Nativity, I added 280 stitches. Yeah, that's okay. It's got some work on it at least. There's a few projects that I didn't do anything on actually. My coffee sloth is one of them. I did not work on that at all since my whip parade, which is sad. But anyways, we're not talking about coffee sloth. We are talking about the Nativity. So here is what I got done. This is what it looks like. And I would have just if you guys see me rolling my eyes, I am not rolling my eyes at you, just so we're clear. I would have worked right in, I'm just working in a, what am I doing? 10 by 20, I think, 10 by 20 blocks across here. I don't know if you can see it, but that tree is starting to take shape. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera up here, but there is a tree there, and it was looking good in the picture, but with this lighting, I don't know. But anyways, so that is my nativity. I still really like that project, but sometimes I need a little more color. That one's a little on the like the brown, blue, gray, brown side, you know, light colors. So my next one, what did I do with it? Hockey season started back up. Ooh, sorry, I thought I undid all my plastic things. Hockey season started back up, and my husband said that he wanted me to make my daily 30, hashtag stitch 30 daily. I think that's right. He wanted me to make my Oilers my daily stitch, which works because honestly, the whole point of the Stitch 30 daily was to take a project that you were not dreading. I mean, do any of us really dread our stitching? I hope not, otherwise that kind of takes the joy out of it. But maybe ones that were just a little harder to get motivated to work on. So this was definitely one of them for me. Not that I don't like the project. For one, it's a paper project. It's not on Pattern Keeper, so that's always kind of a bit of a downer. But yeah, so it's a little harder and a little more finicky. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's just a little harder to work on. So anyways, it works for the daily stitch, daily 30, whatever. It works. So I added a whopping 70 stitches. I just started the daily, so please. Yeah. Anyways, here is what I got done. Now, you're not really going to be able to see much of what I got done because I filled in all that white. And it is messy. I'm glad that this is going to be like on a wall and, you know, like 3 feet away from you, because those white stitches are not pretty. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. It'll be fine once it's done. Oh yeah, I'm assuming that I already showed you where I was at the last time and what it is going to look like at the end. Sorry, guys. All right. There's a couple, like I said, that I have not worked on at all. I think I said, did I say I have 10 projects and 1 finished to show you today? Okay. All right, next. Next I have my, oh, you know what? And I totally forgot to say when those projects were started because I can't read. It's right in front of me. So the nativity, I started January 1st, 2022. That was my New Year, New Start. And my Oilers, I started May 2nd, 2021. Next we have Mini Bird Garden in my fancy project bag from Kaylee Tent Stitch. Go check her out. She's got great projects as well. Sorry, Mini Bird Garden, Amy Stewart. I started this August 13th, 2021. It just had its year. I think I might have told you guys that one because I think I was complaining, or not complaining, I was mentioning that I didn't even have a page finish and it was already a year old. A year old. And it's oh, speaking of Kaylee, we were talking about how, projects with birds. There's tons of projects with birds, and so her and I were throwing out hashtags, and she came up with I just want to fly, and I came up with I'm like a bird, which obviously we had listened to the same type of music, or the radio just played those songs a lot because, anyways, songs. We are basically going through songs, singing songs to make a hashtag. Anyways, wow. We settled on I just want to fly. So if you're stitching a bird and you want to use a hashtag because they're fun, we are using the hashtag I just want to fly. Sal. Yeah, because if you just do I just want to fly, you're going to come up with some really interesting pictures. This is my project. So I added 232 stitches, so have fun trying to find out where those are. I think, oh yes, I actually, I actually worked mostly in this painted bunting down here because I love that bird. And I also worked filling in some of that green. There's a lot of it. I thought I was close to a page finish, and then I started stitching and stitching and stitching, and I was like, this page finish is not happening today, that's for sure. There's a lot of stitches in there. Hopefully I showed that long enough. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how many times I can apologize to you. Okay. Next, I worked on my, eggs. I opened some of them and I don't know. Okay. Okay, next is Nomi's. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta pause. Okay, I can tell you right now that you guys did not miss me, miss anything funny or my personality. I literally just had to blow my nose. Just so you know. My kids were sick with a cold, and the littlest one stayed home, or only got called home. I went and picked him up from school. Then the next day, he passed it on to his brother, so then his brother they were both home the next day. And then, of course, they passed it on to me because, I'm the mom, and I'm not going to isolate myself from my kids. But to be fair, I didn't really do anything to prevent, I guess. I wasn't, there's always things you can do to boost your immune system before your kids bring their germs home. I didn't, take my vitamins or my essential oils or drink lots of water or get lots of sleep, eat healthy, take care of myself. I didn't do any of those things. So partially my fault, but anyway, so if my voice is a little croaky more than normal, it's just because I'm fighting a cold. It's not fun, but it's fine. Okay. I really hope when I splice these two videos together, I don't have the audio problems that I had the other time, because that was really annoying. And yeah, okay. Again, I forgot when I was showing my projects, I forgot to tell you the percentages of my projects. And I know lots of people like to know percentages. I like to know percentages. So the nativity is at 4.32%, and my bird garden is at 10.86%. Okay, moving on. Now it's really going to confuse me because it says I've only been talking for 2 minutes, and I know that's not true, but anyways, okay. Nomies. This is a chart by Kaylee. I wonder how many times I can say her name in one video, right? She has a website, thesewingshop.ca, I think. And one thing I never mentioned the last time that I talked about her project bags and her charts. Kind of forgot about her fabric. She makes beautiful fabric. And one of these days I will buy something because it's gorgeous. So go check it out if you want. Okay, Nomies. I will put a picture in what it's supposed to look like and what it looked like the last time that I showed it. I have put in 99 stitches since you last saw it, and this is what it looks like now. I think I just was working on this on the hat. It's a big hat. Yep. And there's that one. I'll probably bring this one out more now that the weather is getting a little cooler. I don't know. I don't know. I also sometimes work on it on Mondays. Mondays is kind of my day to bring out my smaller projects because sometimes they get neglected because I really do love full coverage. So I kind of, my Mondays, I use a hashtag and I don't know what it is right now. Monday minis cross stitch? I don't know. I'll have it. I'll put it below if I remember. It's really usually only me who's working on them, but there are a few people who said that they might start. So, anyways, like I said, I like using hashtags. Okay. My mini, Nomies, I started December 21st, 2021. Next is my mountain. My mini mountain landscape. It's a heaven and earth design. I don't know who, but heaven and earth charted it. I started this one on March 24th, 2022. And I put in 547 stitches. And that's what it looked like. I think, there we go. I think I was working on I think all that is new since the last time that you saw it. The colors in this are just gorgeous. I don't know how else to describe it. As you can see, I'm working on the diagonal. I really like the diagonal for this piece, just the way that the colors, it works for this piece. I don't necessarily like diagonal for every piece, but for this one and the parking, It's kind of a mess, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it works for now. Once I get down into like the more confetti stuff, it might not be as fun to do diagonal, but for now it's really working. I am at can't read. 4.80% on this one. So that is that. Next. You're not going to hear this very often on this channel, but I have a finish. I was so excited about my finish. I don't know what I did with it. I found it. Okay, so this was the stitch I was using for my Stitch 30 Daily. Now, I will say that I mostly only did 30 minutes, but sometimes it was coming so, like, it was so fun to stitch that I kept going and going. So, and then of course there are some days that I did miss. I don't think I stitched every single day. So it all kind of balances out, right? The point is, I worked on it almost daily. I started this one. Oh, it's Aquamarine by Carolyn Manning Designs. I started this one on May 8th, 2022. And I finished it on September 24th, 2022. And in September, I put in 3,080 stitches. That's like, usually, I think I average about like 3,000, 4,000 a month, like on, like total. So to put in 3,000 for just September on this one, and last month I put in 2,000. So I was definitely working on this one for a finish. And I don't know what else I was going to say. So anyways, here is my finish. I was so excited when I finished this and I put in my last stitch. I was like, ta-da! And then I looked around and realized I'm by myself, which is kind of, it kind of makes it not as exciting when there's nobody else to share in the achievement with you, right? So I was, does anybody else feel like Pattern Keeper should have, when you get down to your last 10 stitches, like a countdown, like 10, 9, 8, like a New Year's countdown, but for your stitching? And then once you put in that last stitch, it should be like, congratulations, and, like confetti and whatever. Yeah? No? Just me? I feel like, Pattern Keeper needs to get on that. I mean, come on now. Anyways, so and then my 11-year-old came upstairs. I don't know if he heard me talking to myself or saying ta-da or whatever, but he came upstairs and I was just like, look, Jacob, I'm like, it's finished. And he's like, I feel like I should be happy for you. And then he started clapping. It was actually really cool. I laughed. It was funny. Anyways, he tried. So yes, this is my second finish of the year. I have 2 more birthstones to do. This is the March birthstone for me and my husband. And I did get some comments about that, because I had asked in, was it my whip parade? I don't know, one of my videos, I asked, should I do 2 of these, one for each of us to represent our birthdays, or just 1? And somebody suggested that they said just 1. And I agree. I think it would work really well to just put, if I did 3 and then just put this one in the middle and then my other 2 sons on the side, and then it's like, representing the parents and the kids. I think that'll work, and that's a lot less stitching for me. So, I've got lots of things to stitch. It's not that I don't want to stitch another one, but there's so many of these designs of Carolyn Manning's designs that I want to stitch that I'm not sure I want to do another one with these exact colors, you know? Anyways, so that is my finish. I'm not gonna frame it till I get all 3 of them done, because I want to make them match, so it'll be a while, but it's done, so that's exciting. I'm excited about that. All right. What else did I work on? Oh, I worked on my Daydream Sea Turtles by Sheena Pike. I started this May 25th, 2022. And this month I put in 747 stitches. This is what it looked like before and what it's gonna look like when it's done. And here is what it looks like now. Again, I don't know what the lighting is doing. I think you can kind of see what's going on there. So, I don't know if you remember from my whip parade, and I had said that I was kind of going pages across and I was going to outline all the pages. Yeah, I kind of got detoured over here because these colors were just so bright and pretty, and I wanted to keep going with those. I'm actually trying to make my way, I think down here is that little turtle. So I'm working my way there, but like I said, I got a little sidetracked with those colors, but I think that's mostly where those 700 stitches are. Actually, there might be, I might have worked up there too a little bit. I can't really remember. But you guys have seen the pictures, so maybe you guys can figure out where I worked. Sorry, there's neighbors. I used this one for the hashtag Sheena Pike Sal. Every Tuesday, a bunch of us are working on Sheena Pike, and we post our progress, whether you actually work on it on a Tuesday or not. I mean, you can post and use that hashtag at any time. Like I said, love seeing Sheena Pike's stuff, and so I'm always checking out what other people are doing. Yeah, so that's that one. Sorry guys, this is not gonna be a short video. I can already tell by, yeah, I have 2 projects left. I've got 2 projects left. Okay. So, my next one is Bonded by the Rain by Leonid Afromov. You're gonna see me crinkle, do the crinkle thing every time I say that, because I don't actually know if that's how it's properly pronounced. So that's my confused look. Anyways, I only added 265 stitches on this. It's not gonna show much, but it's really pretty. Was there something else? Oh, I started this one on August 30th, 2022. This is my newest start. Yeah. Yeah, okay, sorry. So there we go. I think the last time, I don't think I had finished this diagonal. Am I showing that the right way? Yeah, sorry. Gotta double check. Okay, I finished this diagonal. I don't know if you can see those greens that I brought in. Nope. Sorry guys, the light's not great. But I finished the diagonal and then I started at the next one. This is another one where the diagonal and the parking is working for now, but it's also one of those patterns that it's a lot of like, there's nothing really going on until you get to the people. So all the background is just kind of like splashes of color, but once it's completed, it'll look really nice. Oh, again, I'm assuming that I've already put up the pictures of where I was before and where I am now. Or what it's gonna look like. No, what it's gonna look like when it's done. Yeah, so that's that one. Yeah, this one's, I really enjoy this one. Lots of color changes. I don't know if I said, it's the mini Bonded by the Rain, but it's the, not max color, it's color expansion, which is still 149 colors. So, like I said, lots of color changes, but it's, I like color changes. Okay. Well, that's odd. I missed one in my book when I must have not turned. Just give me like 1 second here. Where did it go? Not the way older project. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now that the kids aren't back in school, I'm able to work on my Mario project. I only added 98 stitches, but with this one, you can actually see progress because of every little motif, right? So 98 stitches. This pattern is from Etsy. If you type in Mario, I'm sure it'll come up. This is what it looked like last time. This is what it'll look like when it's done. And here is what it looks like now. So I think I finished off this coin and I've started on the next one. I believe that is what I've worked on. So it's fun to get back to this one. Like I said, this one is like little mini finishes, so it's fun to work on. Plus it's 14 count blue Ada, so it's a pretty easy stitch, especially if I don't have the best lighting. Although honestly, you can see my magnifier and my light. I pretty much use that light and magnifier for like everything. Like I can't work on 18 count without my magnifier, so that's how bad my eyes are. But it's fun. It works because I just can't take it anywhere with me. So this is like my stitching spot. That's where I stay. I mean, it's easy. If I really want to go like downstairs or something, you just bring one light down. But for the most part, that's where I stitch. Also, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I like, I don't, when I stitch, I have like, I'm like crunched, like I don't know, like my knees are like tucked under me. I'm not like, I don't know. That's why I'm not really sure if a frame will work for me, because it has to be kind of close, or you need to lean forward, and I like to be in like a scrunched up position. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't think, I mean, it's definitely not proper posture while I'm stitching, if that makes sense. Okay, last one. This is My Raccoon by Cottage Garden Samplings. I will show you what it looked like the last time you saw it and what it's gonna look like when it's done. I added 321 stitches to this one. Sorry, I really gotta stop making that face. It's not a good face to make, let's just say. Okay. Oh, I've probably already showed you in the picture what it looks like when it's done, but you know, here you go. That one's easy to show. So, 321 stitches. This is what it looks like now. This is on 18 count Aida as well. It's not white, it's celadone? I can't read my writing. I don't know, but here, if I do that, maybe that'll be better. So, I don't know if you can see all that. The gray is the Weeks dye works, and this pink. Now, I was pretty happy with my progress on this, actually. But my problem is, this pink Weeks dye works, my stitches are really messy, and like, I'm not just saying that, like they really are. And I don't know what I did or why it's like that, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. And if I happen to get, like, I mean, there's, you know, a whole bunch of other pink flowers that maybe they'll distract from this itty bitty one there. But I'm gonna wait until I'm done. And if I have extra floss, then maybe I will redo it, but I'm not gonna risk that I run out of floss. So, but this is a really, really fun stitch. I can't wait to finish this one. And then they put out their newest one, which is the beaver, and you bet I am going to get that one, because I don't know, in my whip parade, I think I was talking about how I wasn't going to do all 12 of them, because that's not reasonable for the amount that I stitch. But I do want to do 4 of them, from like each season. And so the beaver is going to be my fall one. It feels very Canadian. It's not supposed to be Canadian, but it feels very Canadian. I can't not do the beaver. Plus, it's just really cute. I mean, like, it's got like big chubby cheeks, and like it's cute. Anyways, enough about that. Okay. Ooh. I'm just gonna quickly check my notes and make sure that I didn't forget anything. Yep. Oh, haul. You know, I said that I don't do haul in my first video, that I barely ever buy anything, and I was not kidding about that. But I do have one new piece of haul. I bought this adorable, oh shoot, I don't remember where it's from. It's a Canadian Etsy shop. I will link it below. Is it called, like, oh, I don't know. I have the tag, but of course it's not with me. Anyways, this little turtle needle minder. Oh, nope, sorry. Can you see that? My little introvert turtle. It fits me perfectly. I love that. Anyways, it was a Canadian Etsy shop. Like I said, I will link that below when I remember who it was. Yeah, I don't. this was not a great video, but you got to see my progress. And yeah, you know, I said third time's a charm, but maybe it's more like fourth or fifth until I get the hang of this. This is still a really long one, and I didn't cut off any time, but I don't think I really have anything else to say. Again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking out my video and sticking around, and thank you for all the people who left nice comments on my last 2 videos. It was really encouraging to read those, and I had a couple low, I guess you'd say low days, so it was really nice to read some of those nice comments. You know, but I think that's all I have. I probably will do another update. I don't know, maybe in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll just do the monthly. I haven't really decided, but because this is so long again, and this is only half a month, I don't know. I don't think anybody wants to sit here for like 2 hours, and I don't really want to edit a 2-hour video. So we'll see. And who knows? Maybe I'll just randomly do the videos if I feel like I have something to share. Otherwise, if I'm not making videos, you can find me at Angie Slowly Crafts on Instagram. And I will say that thank you to the people who pointed out that they're not on Instagram, so they actually like these videos, which I never really I never really put that together, that there would be people that are on YouTube but not on Instagram. So these videos are for you guys. All right, well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Comment below and I will try. No, I don't know why I say try. I will get back to you. It might be a little slow, and if I haven't commented back, then I just, like I said, I haven't seen it, because I like to respond. If people take the time to write me a message, I like to respond back. I enjoy chatting with people. Sometimes I'm long-winded, so, you know, sorry. And I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but it just, it flew. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll probably think of a bunch of stuff afterwards, but that's just the way it is. All right, guys, have a great week, 2 weeks, month. Take care, and I will talk to you later.